Research changes everything. It shapes how we live, how we work, and how we face the biggest challenges of our time. We all know microplastics are bad, right? But they're in everything. Everything. From makeup to paint, just because you can't see them, it doesn't mean they're not there. And they are there for a reason, but surely there has to be an alternative. Let's find out.
This is Ross Harling, the inventor of Paint Zero, a fossil fuel and microplastic-free powder-based paint made from sustainable plant extracts.
Hello, Zoe.
Hello.
Just made up some paint.
And no microplastics.
Absolutely none at all.
So Ross, how bad is paint?
Most synthetic paints that we buy today have got about 25% plastic polymers in them, and that's one of the biggest sources of pollution in the planet, and also for microplastics that get into our oceans.
But you're doing things differently.
We thought we'd start right at the beginning and say, can we avoid the use of any fossil fuels, any microplastics whatsoever?
Paint Zero is made from ingredients that you might recognise.
A lot of it's made from waste, like potato peeling.
So when I peel my potatoes at home, they could end up as your paint?
Yes, there's lots of waste material that we can use.
It's incredible how many of the ingredients I recognise.
Sodium chloride is just table salt.
Oh, wow.
Corn flour, it's a great thickener, not just in your soups, but in our paint as well. Even the lining of our pouch is made from a vegetable-based plastic.
These unusual raw materials are blended together and then finally milled into a smooth, consistent powder for a flawless, lump-free paint.
Now, you're right with a bit of noise?
Yes.
Okay.
Good. Gonna get all the lumps out.
In just a few seconds, we have paint.
Wow.
Very simple.
There's just one key ingredient missing: warm tap water.
It's just like making a cake.
Anybody that can mix eggs and flour and water together can make their own paint.
Wow. So if you can make pancakes.
You can make Paint Zero.
Perfect.
Let's try it on a wall.
Okay.
Once it's properly mixed, Paint Zero applies just like regular paint, with a smooth finish and no fumes or microplastics.
Why are polymers actually in paint?
They're there to help paint get tougher, but every time we wash grubby marks off a wall, we're also scraping microplastics off into the cleaning water.
Wow.
They'll pass through the filters in water treatment plants into the sea and the oceans.
Yeah. So why did you decide to make this paint?
I have grandchildren and I'm looking to their future. We're doing one little thing because I believe that if lots of people change one little thing, it can make a big difference.
Ross's work shows that thinking creatively about everyday products can change what we consider to be the norm, and that will make a big difference when it comes to how they're manufactured. And that idea is spreading. I'm about to meet a team who are helping to remove microplastics from something even more surprising: skincare.
Lots of cosmetics are full of microscopic plastic beads, which in their raw form look like this.
These beads are designed to be perfectly round. That's what makes them glide onto our skin so smoothly. Because no one wants a moisturiser that feels like sandpaper, right?
I'm meeting Giovanna Lodicio, CEO of Naturbeads, a company making a green alternative to microplastics in cosmetics.
It feels and it looks just like baby powder, but there's no plastic in this, is there?
It's all plastic.
No! I thought that microbeads were banned because I remember them changing my face wash.
This is a slightly different type of microbeads. We call them microspheres because they are much smaller than microbeads, between 10 and 20 times smaller than the diameter of your hair.
Wow. Why are people still designing products with microplastics in?
Plastic can be formed in microspheres, is inexpensive. The problem is that plastic is very durable, and so you use a material like plastic that is designed to last for centuries for a product like makeup that stay on your skin only for a few hours. When you wash your face, this microplastic end up in the drains, and from there in the oceans, then it lasts for centuries.
And that's a big problem.
As scientists, when we see a problem, we think, we need to find a solution.
So this is Naturbeads as a cream, but what does it look like as a powder?
So for this, we need to meet William, our scientist.
William Facchinato is a scientist specialising in polymer chemistry and microspheres.
The team at Naturbeads have found a natural solution to this problem.
We created a 100% biodegradable product made from natural cellulose. So we refined the cellulose powder, to our product, the Naturbeads, which is perfectly round.
That feels very smooth, like baby powder. This feels just like the plastic powder that I felt earlier.
Cellulose is a natural material that is the building block of plants, but in its raw form, cellulose is rough to the touch.
So this is the natural cellulose. If you ground chalk into a fine powder, I feel like that's what it would feel like.
Yeah,
but...
exactly the point.
Ah.
Using specialist processes, such as the one developed by the Naturbeads team, cellulose can be made perfectly round, making it an ideal replacement.
You can spot these circles here. They are actually cellulose microspheres.
That you've refined from normal cellulose.
Exactly.
What are the next steps?
So the next steps is we are about to open a factory that is going to produce our product in an industrial scale.
What other everyday products are you considering?
Oh, there's a lot of products that we can list here. Detergents, softeners, tires, coatings, and even agricultural products.
Wow, that's going to make such a big difference.
Oh, of course, that's for sure.
I can see now how widespread this problem really is. Microplastics are in almost everything that we use every day, but these particles are tiny. So are they really having an impact on the planet? And why should we care enough to change our habits?
Emily Rowlands is a researcher with the British Antarctic Survey, and she's seen firsthand how big a problem microplastics are, even in the most remote places on Earth.
Emily, thank you for meeting with me. I've been learning about microplastics all day, but I really want to know what impact they're having on the environment.
We're finding plastic in Antarctic snow, in the water and even in the sea ice. I was working with Antarctic krill. Krill are hugely important to the Antarctic marine ecosystem. So individually for the krill, microplastics can impact their growth and development, but also krill support the food web from penguins, whales, seabirds, and we know that plastic can bioaccumulate up the food web.
Wow, so then I assume the effect on us as people means that we're ingesting the microplastics too.
Yeah, plastics have been found in blood, even in the human brain.
Wow. At the British Antarctic Survey, you must have to be really careful about the everyday products that you use.
Yeah, we're very aware and concerned about minimising our impact on the environment whilst we're out in Antarctica. One of the solutions that we're trialling at the moment at one of the research bases is the Paint Zero paint.
Oh, no way, I have been to Paint Zero and I can recommend the yellow.
Have they got marine blue?
There's no getting away from microplastics. From cosmetics and shampoos to detergents and the paints we put on our wall. And for something so small, the problem they're causing is huge. But what's reassuring is people like Giovanna, William and Ross are working hard to research ways that we can replace them. And if consumers keep demanding these alternatives, then we're moving closer to a point where we can finally stop adding to the problem.